Extraction shooters. If you've ever played one, then you know the feeling. Your heart's pounding, your palms are sweaty, knees weak, mum's spaghetti.
That's so stupid.
And every single sound makes you question whether your life choices had led you to this exact moment where you're panicking about a virtual backpack. Once upon a time, this genre was the king of tension. Games like Escape from Tarkov turned looting into a full body experience. You weren't just collecting gear, you were gambling with every single heartbeat. And for a while, people couldn't get enough. But like every other trend in gaming, the genre was burning fast and bright. Developers were rushing to cash in, clones were popping up left, right and center, and the intense thrill was slowly turning into a grindy, soulless repetition. Extraction shooters weren't dead, they were just on life support, and most of the world has already moved on. That is, of course, until Arc Raiders showed up. Arc Raiders didn't just attempt to copy what came before. It understood why people fell in love with the genre in the first place. It took the tension, the thrill, the adrenaline-fueled paranoia, and repackaged it into something fresh, accessible, and so satisfying. But before we dive into Arc Raiders, we need some context. If you don't understand what makes extraction shooters tick, then you're not gonna understand why Arc Raiders hits so hard. So buckle up, it's time for a history lesson. The extraction shooter genre didn't just appear one day, it evolved. Slowly, organically, from the ashes of survival games and player-made mods where unpredictability was the whole point. Before anyone called it extraction, these were weird experiments, like little sparks of risk and reward gameplay scattered across entirely different genres. You could trace the roots all the way back to RuneScape's Wilderness. A deceptively simple idea: venture into a dangerous zone for valuable loot, but risk losing everything when you die. It was the earliest taste of what would later define extraction shooters, that intoxicating balance between greed and survival. You weren't just fighting monsters, you were gambling with your progression, your time, and to be honest, your ego. Then came the armor mods, more specifically DayZ. That's where the concept really took shape, because DayZ wasn't just a survival game, it was a social experiment wrapped in chaos. Players spawned with nothing, scavenged through abandoned towns, and prayed to God that they weren't gonna get shot in the back by someone who was pretending to be friendly. And the gameplay loop was surprisingly simple. Venture out, grab what you can, and make it back alive. It's the same DNA that extraction shooters would later perfect. And honestly, The Division's Dark Zone also deserves a mention. It was one of the first mainstream attempts to get those high stakes onto console. And just to be clear, it wasn't fully hardcore, because you only lost unextracted loot rather than all your gear. But it captured the same tension, the moment where you call in a chopper and you know everyone in the area is now a potential threat. It's that extraction shooter paranoia, but from the comfort of your own couch. All of these combined were the genre's building blocks. Small, scattered experiments that proved risk and reward could drive more emotion than any cutscene or score counter.
I have a slap on, a jaw, and I get tapped by MA55 when I'm... Oh, dude.
Those early experiments taught players something. Tension doesn't need scripted moments. It thrives in uncertainty, in the silence before the gunshot, in that heartbeat before betrayal. That's the DNA of extraction shooters. It wasn't about flashy guns or KD ratios. It was about surviving against people, not AI enemies, but unpredictable humans who want the same loot that you do. Then came Escape from Tarkov, and everything changed. Tarkov didn't just enter the scene, it redefined it. It took the chaotic survival formula and gave it discipline. Suddenly, survival wasn't just about hiding in the woods. It was about knowledge, precision, and fear management. Because Tarkov turned every decision into a gamble. Which ammo type can punch through that kind of armor? Is that sound a scav or a player creeping up behind me? Should I loot that body or is it bait? It was the kind of game that didn't hold your hand. Instead, it handed you a gun and said, good luck, you're gonna need it. And somehow that cruelty became its charm. Tarkov was punishing, yeah, but it felt honest. Every death felt deserved. Every victory earned. When you escape with a backpack full of loot, it doesn't just feel like winning, it feels like surviving the apocalypse. And that's exactly why Tarkov blew up. Streamers screamed, panicked, and lost their minds on Twitch. Viewers weren't watching for the skill, they were watching for the emotion, because Tarkov made anxiety really entertaining.
I'm gonna fight for the team, boys. My gunshot! My gunshot! My gunshot!
It was basically survival horror disguised as a shooter, and players couldn't get enough. But as always, when something catches fire, the industry rushes in with buckets. Not to put it out, but to scoop some of the flames up for themselves. So that's when the clones arrived. Call of Duty jumped in with DMZ, desperately trying to bottle that Tarkov magic. But DMZ felt safe, like it wanted the aesthetic of danger, without the consequences that made Tarkov feel special. It was smoother, cleaner, friendlier, and in the process, it lost the chaos that made the genre tick. It wasn't Extraction, it was Tarkov for people who don't want to cry. And then other contenders followed. The Cycle Frontier tried mixing sci-fi with risk and reward gameplay. Marauders threw you into space with World War II guns. Each one had potential, some of them even great ideas. But none of them could escape Tarkov's shadow. They either simplified too much or doubled down on the hardcore labels so hard that it pushed the players away. But for a while, the genre was thriving. Every new release promised the same thrill. Go in, get what you can, get out alive. And to be honest, it scratched that primal itch, the need to feel tension, risk, and reward all at the same time. Every match told its own story, and no two runs felt the same. But that high couldn't last forever. Because here's the problem. When everyone is chasing that adrenaline rush, the market starts to feel predictable. The mystery fades, and what was once terrifying starts to feel routine. And as the clones piled up and the market got more and more saturated, something started to break. The balance between fun and fear, risk and reward, it started to slip away. And that was the beginning of the end. Here's the harsh truth. Tarkov is brilliant, but it's also exhausting. It demands patience, precision, and pain tolerance. The same depth that made it immersive also made it extremely draining. Because it wasn't just a game, it was homework with guns. Every menu had submenus. Every bullet type had spreadsheets. Every decision carried the anxiety of losing hours and hours of progress to a single mistake. And at first, that was part of the magic. The pain was the point. But over time, it started to wear players down. When every match felt like walking a tightrope over lava, you eventually just stop looking down. You stop caring. And when the game relies on tension to keep you interested, losing that spark is deadly. The community started to fracture. Hardcore players loved the brutality. They wore it like a badge of honor. But new players bounced off instantly. Tarkov wasn't welcoming. It was a test of endurance. Lose a raid, lose everything. That sounds exciting in theory until you die 10 times in a row and waste an entire weekend. Then came the controversies, microtransactions, confusing updates, accusations of pay-to-win elements. Each patch seemed to fix one thing but then break two others. The hardcore fans stayed loyal, but for everyone else, the magic started to feel more like a migraine. What was once thrilling and tense had become stressful and frustrating. Tarkov has stopped being a challenge and started feeling like a chore. And the clones, they didn't help. Games like DMZ, The Cycle Frontier, Marauders, all trying to capture Tarkov's high-stakes energy, but missing the heartbeat that made it special. They streamlined the experience to make it more accessible. Cleaner menus, faster pacing, easier rewards, and in doing so, they accidentally removed the thing that the players were chasing, fear. Because fear was the soul of extraction shooters. That moment your heart pounds because you hear footsteps behind you, or the panic when your backpack is full and the extraction point is still miles away. That's what made it memorable. But in the clones, death didn't sting. Losing didn't matter. The tension was gone. It was kind of like drinking a decaf coffee. It looks right, it smells right, but it doesn't wake you up. And slowly people stopped watching. Streamers moved on. YouTube videos shifted from compilations of insane extractions to video essays about why the genre is dying. Kind of like this video. The energy drained out of the scene. The Cycle Frontiers shut down. Marauders lost its player base. And even DMZ, backed by one of the biggest franchises in gaming, couldn't hold attention for long. Extraction shooters, once the next big thing, were now yesterday's obsession. The genre had eaten itself alive. Too hardcore for newcomers, too repetitive for the veterans, and too risky for developers to keep betting on. Extraction shooters were dying. It was over. But then, something unexpected happened. Out of nowhere, a new name started floating around. One that promised to break the cycle, to revive what players loved without repeating the same mistakes. Arc Raiders, the game that dared to bring a dying genre back to life. Arc Raiders comes from Embark Studios, the team of ex-DICE developers who once helped craft Battlefield's signature chaos. These are the people that understand spectacle, how to make a firefight sound like an orchestra and an explosion feel like a symphony of debris and shockwaves. Before Arc Raiders, Embark has already proven themselves with the very underrated The Finals, a flashy physics-driven arena shooter that turned destruction into an art. It showed what the studio could do: stylish presentation, tight gunplay, and a real sense of energy. But Arc Raiders was different. It was a passion project. It was a game that meant to capture the feeling of humanity struggling against impossible odds. And did you know that Arc Raiders wasn't even originally an extraction shooter? It started its life as a co-op PvE experience, players teaming up to fight against giant machines. The trailers sold a cinematic, retro-futuristic adventure, soaring music, slow motion. Honestly, it looked like Destiny's artistic cousin that was born in the 70s. But somewhere along the way, during development, things changed. Playtests revealed that the most memorable moments weren't the scripted battles, but the chaotic, unscripted ones. Players clashing over loot, teaming up unexpectedly, betraying each other at the last second. Those were the stories people were talking about hours later. So Embark made a very brave decision. They pivoted. Mid-development, they restructured Arc Raiders into an extraction shooter, taking inspiration from Tarkov's tension and unpredictability, but rebuilding it in their own version. The shift wasn't just mechanical, it was philosophical. Tarkov thrived on punishment, but Embark wanted Arc Raiders to thrive on possibility. Instead of realism, they leaned into energy and atmosphere. That retro-futuristic world became more than just a setting. It became a sandbox for chaos. The result? A game that keeps the tension and stakes of Tarkov, but packages them into something more approachable, vibrant, and just more fun. It feels dangerous, but not discouraging. Tactical, but still playful. And now, at last, we get to the best part of the video. Actually playing Arc Raiders. One of the biggest surprises with Arc Raiders, and something I didn't really appreciate until I sat down and streamed the game, is just how accessible the game is to the average player. And not accessible in the corporate buzzword way. I mean accessible in the actual human way. Playable, readable, and genuinely fun without a PhD in recoil control. Arc Raiders managed something that extraction shooters have historically fumbled. It gives you clarity. Not hand-holding, not oversimplifying, just clarity. And that clarity is exactly what makes it work for the mainstream crowd. People with jobs, responsibilities, and maybe even social lives. Maybe. See, this is really cool. I just like how they make this so easy to understand everything. You know, you've got a map here, everything's laid out, the high loot locations are laid out, what kind of loot you can find in here, nature, industrial, security, industrial, mechanical, commercial. Like it just makes it so easy to plan how to play. I really like this. I'm just excited for this game because it seems like it's way more approachable than Escape from Tarkov. Like, you don't need the map open on the second monitor. You don't need all of that stuff. You don't need to like a wiki page open to know what items what. You don't need spreadsheets to track your loot and all your stuff. You just kind of go in and play. But don't mistake accessibility for lack of intensity. Even though the game is easy to grasp, every match still kicks your adrenaline into overdrive. It's almost addictive. Seeing that tunnel animation when you load in, wondering whether you'll extract or die trying. Nice. I'm ready for this. Let's go. I get so hyped when I play this game. Like the adrenaline of just dropping in with like your loadout is so exciting. There's just so much on the line. Like, oh my gosh, I could like get so much good loot, or I could just die and lose it all. Who knows? Do I get a teammate? Yes, sir. It's like microdosed gambling. That is the best way I've seen someone describe this game, and I'm 100% stealing that, Yellow, because that is incredible. This game is microdosed gambling. 99% of gamblers quit right before they win big. 100%. That's why you need to put on all your best gear and just drop in one more time. You don't know. What if you find that super rare epic item? You just don't know, do you? Another thing that I didn't expect that honestly caught me off guard in the best way possible is how friendly the community is.
What are your quests?
I need to get some wires and I need to kill 3 robots.
Everyone has a different quest.
Yeah, but we're gonna help each other out, am I right?
Yes.
Alright, maybe a little bit more enthusiasm, guys, please.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Which one are you? Are you Big Burp?
No, I'm Pat. I'm Pat.
And Bam King.
Nice to meet you. Can I call you King?
Sure.
There you go. I've made a friend, guys. I've made a friend.
Yes.
Extraction shooters don't exactly have a reputation for kindness. They're usually sweaty, high-pressure lobbies filled with players that would absolutely sell their own grandmother just for some purple tier loot. Tarkov especially is, let's just say, socially abrasive. But Arc Raiders is different. Weirdly different. Refreshingly human. I need to go to a hatch and I need to repair the hatch.
Okay, there's a hatch. I think there are several hatches.
Yeah, I marked one already, the one that's quite close.
Oh, don't worry. We get to one.
Thank you, you're really kind. Has anyone ever told you that? Why am I flirting with him?
Nope.
Pat, stop.
Trying to do my best.
Also, I really like your laugh. You've got a really nice laugh. Not everyone you cross paths with is looking to strip you for parts. Sometimes the stranger you stumble into becomes an ally. Someone who helps you, shields you, or literally saves your life. Oh, you can call an elevator multiple times. Oh.
Friendly.
Yeah, you friendly? I'm friendly too, okay? Don't kill me. Don't kill me. You want to work together?
Yeah, no problem, dude.
How can I trust you?
I don't have my weapons.
Okay, maybe you're just hiding your weapons. I see your teammate with you. Oh my god! Fuck, look at them. Alright, go. Oh my god. Am I actually working with these guys? Right. Good job, guys. Let's go! Holy shit, that was insane! These randoms just took me in and they looked after me. So cute. No, that's insane. That was a crazy game. But of course, it wouldn't be an extraction shooter without betrayal. Up there. Oi, you friendly? Can I come with you? Please?
Hey, don't shoot!
Yeah, I won't shoot. Go. Friendly. Fuck! No! He fucking locked me out! What? And sometimes it's not a stranger. It can be your own teammate.
I'm gonna drop some stuff here to move more fast, and I'm gonna do the mission. Just cover me from the balcony. I have to inspect there.
I'll just rob this gun. Yeah, I'll cover you. I'll cover you. Okay, let's not tell him that I took one of the guns that you dropped.
Hey man, did you took my anvil?
What?
Did you took the anvil from the floor?
No, I literally can't take anything. I'm already overweight. I've got a full backpack.
No. Don't worry, take it.
Animal's right there. And you know what? It happened more often than you'd think.
Bring it.
How can I trust you?
Say the word. I have no gun. I will not pull a gun. Look. We good?
Yeah, we're good. Look, I need to finish my mission in this place. Are you on your own?
Yeah, I'm solo.
Yeah, I'm solo as well. Fuck, do we get him? Do we fuck him up?
Yeah.
Oh shit, watch out. There's a rocketeer coming. What, do I kill him? But there's a rocketeer right above us. This is so fucked. Do I get him? Do I get him? Right, I'm gonna go finish my mission.
Yeah, you do that. I'm going to track. Have a nice day, mate.
Yeah, GG's, man, GG's.
I have no loot, my guy. I have nothing to do.
I don't know, maybe I'm just a horrible person. But honestly, the community is genuinely amazing. Despite all the chaos, or maybe because of it, Arc Raiders has already delivered some of the most memorable, intense moments that I've had in gaming in years.
One dead.
Nice, both dead. Oh my god, this is incredible. Give me all your shit. Medium ammo. Fuck, I can't even fucking take any of the stuff. Right, should we extract? Good shit, man. Good shit. Oh my god, my heart was racing that whole time. That was mad. Oh, I feel so bad for them. These guys looted up and were ready to leave. Oh my god. We just came in and fucked them up. No, but no!
I'm dead.
No, but...
They surprised me. Nice.
I got one.
Behind you? Yeah, two raiders. Nice.
There.
Killer.
You know, I'm just built different.
You have it in you.
And I can't talk about my experience with the game without mentioning the AI robots. And these clankers somehow managed to create these big cinematic moments, almost like you're playing a movie. And
Head home at the water treatment elevator.
I hit him once.
I needed them. Oh, no way they got out.
They got out. Oh shit. Now we have another problem.
Yeah, good luck.
Oh shit.
Oh, holy
Okay.
fuck.
So dead.
Run! Holy shit.
I couldn't.
Right, power heat, aggro him onto you. I'll res him. Right, yeah.
Yeah, I'm coming up right there.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, where is he? Oh my god, watch out!
Oh shit! What the fuck? Can't heal him.
Oh
I can't
my
heal him. I don't have,
god.
any-
But some of them, especially the Rocketeer, it can get in the bin. I hate that thing. Jesus Christ! I feel like the Rocketeer things are the most dangerous thing in this whole game. It's wild. And here's the thing about Arc Raiders. It isn't just mechanically solid. the game feels alive. The combination of player interactions, sudden alliances, unexpected betrayals, and those huge AI encounters gives a game this chaotic personality that most extraction shooters never really manage to capture. It's approachable, it's intense, it's unpredictable, and it creates a different story every single match. And that leads directly to the question of this video. How did Arc Raiders manage to revive an entire genre? Because everything I've shown so far, the accessibility, the adrenaline, the community, the encounters, it all plays a part. So let's talk about exactly how Arc Raiders managed to pull it off. Here's the big picture. Arc Raiders is fun. I've been playing it non-stop, and honestly, if you can't tell from the clips, I'm having a blast. It nails the feeling that Tarkov promised. The rush of barely surviving an encounter, the thrill of pulling off a clutch extraction, but without having a second monitor with the map and the spreadsheet for the bullet types and the extraction points and all that other bullshit. Honestly, it's the first extraction shooter in a long time that doesn't feel like it's trying to punish me for having a real job. You can hop in for an hour and still feel like you've made some real progress. Honestly, the brilliance of Arc Raiders is that it makes tension accessible again. Every match still has that nervous energy, every sound matters, every choice counts, but it's balanced. You're not terrified of losing everything. You're excited to see how far you could push your luck. That's the difference. It's fun stress, not burnout stress. You can really feel that Embark learned from the genre's previous mistakes. They took what worked, the risk, the unpredictability, the satisfaction of a clean extraction, and built a smoother, more dynamic framework around it. The AI is smarter, not cheaper. The maps are layered with opportunities for strategy, ambush points, shortcuts, verticality, all designed to create those unpredictable, wait, did that really just happen? Moments that make the extraction genre so rewatchable. But what really sells it for me is the tone. It's not grim, it's not gritty, it's vibrant, almost playful in presentation. The retro-futuristic world, full of metallic ruins and neon haze, feels like a living comic book. The tension is still there, but it's dressed in color and vibrance instead of misery. And whilst most studios would take a victory lap and relax after a successful launch like Arc Raiders, Embark is already back in the lab. They're listening, tweaking, and expanding. To be honest, you can see it in the roadmap that they just released. They're not just maintaining Arc Raiders, they're nurturing it, and that is rare, because that has always been the downfall of live service games. The post-launch neglect. Games would come out hot, fade fast, and vanish before they even found their rhythm. But Arc Raiders, for some reason, feels different. It feels like a foundation, a game that's meant to evolve. You can tell the devs are thinking long term, community events, new maps, maybe even factions or seasonal objectives. They're planning for the future instead of just waiting for it to happen. And the community is loving it. Streams are active, clips are going viral, and for the first time in years, people are actually excited about extraction shooters. And that makes me so happy because, again, I am loving Arc Raiders. And if Embark manages to keep the momentum going, Arc Raiders won't just revive the genre, it will redefine it. Extraction shooters rose fast, burned bright, and nearly imploded under their own weight. The complexity, the grind, the gatekeeping, all of this made the genre feel more like a test rather than a game. Tarkov built the foundation, but it was so intense that even its biggest fans started feeling more fatigued than fulfilled. The clones tried to chase the magic, but most forgot what made it special in the first place. Stories born from chaos, not systems born from spreadsheets. And then out of nowhere, Arc Raiders landed. It didn't just revive the genre, it reminded everyone why we fell in love with it to begin with. The pulse of tension before a fight, the laughter after a messy win, the relief of escaping by the skin of your teeth, it captured that spark. That one more game feeling that every single good extraction shooter needs. But it does it without demanding your entire weekend in return. Embark Studios found the balance. Arc Raiders is smart without being punishing, stylish without being shallow, and chaotic in the best way possible. It's the rare kind of game that makes you care about every single moment. Whether you're scavenging in silence, sprinting for extraction, or yelling at your friends for just checking one more container. And the best part is, all of this is only the beginning. The devs are already building out the late game, introducing new content, listening to the players. They're not just launching a game, they're cultivating a community. That's the key difference. They're treating Arc Raiders not as a product, but as a living ecosystem. So if you've ever bounced off Tarkov because you thought it was too punishing, or you've been waiting for a game that lets you live out that survival fantasy without losing your sanity, this is it. Arc Raiders isn't just worth playing, it's worth experiencing. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, then please subscribe. It would honestly help me out so much. What game would you like me to cover next? Let me know in the comments. And also, one more question. To the observant people that watched this video, how many times did you see a cat in the background? Let me know in the comments. Arc Raiders might have just saved a dying genre, but where it goes next, that's up to us. The players, the streamers, the storytellers who make the chaos worth watching. And honestly, that's the best part.